Well, I think in order to maintain any kind of longevity or tenure at a hospital, which, by the way, that many CEOs that they're not able to have a very long tenure. But if you're going to have one, you have so many audiences and groups that you have to really relate to. That you've got your employee base, you've got your medical staff, you've got the community, you've got your board of directors, and so there's just lots of people that you have to really
moving parts
relate to and be involved with, and really know how to deal with them, and of course the other thing you got to do that you have to be very fair and square and honest and relate to all of them. Well, I think it's pretty much like I was taught when I was at the University of Minnesota, and that is that when you take your first job, that what you need to do is you need to walk around the hospital, visit with people, see what they're doing, ask them why they're doing it that way, and just get to know the organization and get to know the people and get to know the reason that they're doing things the way they are doing it. Because when I was 50 years old, I had already been the administrator for some 24 years.
Wow.
And I knew that every year that I got a little older, there was a possibility that I would start to slow down. Yeah. And so it was at that point in time that I said to the board of directors that, you know, that I'm getting up there. I've been here 24 years. I'm 50 years old. I don't ever want to be a burden to the organization. And the longer we go, the more difficult it is going to be for you to terminate me.
Do you think a person thinking that at 50 is a little odd? I mean, aren't you still just...
I don't know if it's odd at all.
I don't know if that's the right word, but society may view that in the prime.
Well...
maybe not. Okay.
I don't know. I just figured at that time that that, you know, when I worked another 10, 12 years or so, 12 years, that would mean I'd be there 36.
Yeah.
So I
maybe
just
the
said,
number
look,
of
you
years.
know, when I get 62, I'm gonna retire. I'm gonna leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think I'm able to live the day knowing that I was able to work at a very fine institution. I was able to do life work that was really needed in the community when you're taking care of the sick and injured people in your community. If I was to be the only judge, I would say that I did a pretty good job there. And knowing that or believing that, as I retire, where I can live in a very peaceful state of mind and enjoy life in general.
So let's talk about that third act. You and I have visited about, to a certain degree, I think, you know, you just described how you can have some real comfort and assurances with the work that you did. So how do you now traverse over this life? I mean this part of your life. I mean, what does that look like?
Well,
what does it mean for you?
To back up a little bit, as I've said before, that I really believe that our life is made up of 3 chapters, and each one is about 25 to 30 years in length. And chapter 1 is learning chapter. You spend the first third of your life learning. The next third of your life, you spend earning. So it's chapter 1 is learning, chapter 2 is earning, and chapter 3 is living. And each one of them is 25 to 30 years in length, approximately. And if you prepare yourself for retirement, as I just said, that I thought You know, I was pleased with what I was able to do and where I worked and what I accomplished. And as I tell people today, that if you have your good health, and if you have just a little jingle in your pocket, if you can't enjoy retirement, there's something wrong with you.